Tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 5, exciting insights reveal strong community support for the Medford 2040 plan, a push for more gathering spaces and vibrant downtown improvements. See what residents really want for the future. Details coming up next. Plus, next summer you may wake up to earlier construction and yard work. Find out how this could impact you. Details coming up next. And a rescue unfolds as a lost hiker is brought to safety after a night on the mountain. All these stories and more coming up right now on NewsWatch 12 at 5.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 at 5.
Some Oregonians are currently in the southeast of the country, with the Red Cross helping to support those who need help during Hurricane Helene. Thank you for joining us on NewsWatch 12 at 5. I'm Samantha Cadera. 17 volunteers from Oregon and Southwest Washington are rather on the ground helping those who endured the storm of Hurricane Helene, or who are on standby already to head out to help provide relief. While the group from the Pacific Northwest are going across the country to provide aid, Red Cross says this network of volunteers are called upon during the most stressful of times.
Bigger the disaster, the further people are coming to help support that disaster. We had people coming from all over the country to help us with our wildfires this summer, and we'll do the same thing for this disaster in the southeast part of the United States.
The volunteers expect to be there for about 2 weeks, but Red Cross says they're prepared to stay as long as they're needed. While the Red Cross is there, the volunteers are helping to shelter, feed, assess damage, and reunify those in the community. They say the way the community can help is by donating funds or donating blood. A Klamath Falls resident has died in a house fire. The incident occurred around 3:30 a.m. when a Good Samaritan spotted smoke and flames and called 911 immediately. They attempted to enter the home but were unable to. When firefighters arrived, they found heavy smoke and flames pouring from the windows. Upon entry, they discovered one person dead. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Now, your first forecast with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Well, it's shaping up to be a chilly night. Temperatures dropping down into the low 40s in our west side valleys. We'll dip down into the 30s on the east side. Some frosty conditions looking likely in the basin, down at 34 in Klamath Falls. But near the coast and then up into the coastal mountains, we will see some pretty blustery winds for tonight. Temperatures mild at the coast, only down to 55 in Brookings. But with those gustier winds and very poor recoveries as far as humidity goes, very low humidity tonight, there are some red flag warnings that have been posted for tonight through Tuesday morning. So some critical fire weather conditions expected as we head into our Monday. So fires can spread quick in those conditions. Tomorrow, despite a chilly morning, it will be a fairly warm and pleasant afternoon with temperatures running still above average, a good 5 to 10 degrees above normal, up to 77 tomorrow in Klamath Falls and 86 in Medford to round out our September. We'll take a look into October coming up.
All right, thanks, Matt. And on to community impact. Medford City Council is sharing what they learned from the Medford 2040 open house. They had 4 key findings from the open house. The first was that, for the most part, participants' ideas matched up with the 2040 plan. The second was that they wanted more community gathering spaces. This includes more pedestrian-friendly streets and connected alleys. This would help with another key interest at the open house, providing more retail options and highlighting local restaurants overall. The key findings were that residents want a more vibrant and active downtown with more options for dining and entertainment. And Medford Senior Center is asking City Council for $20,000. The Senior Center says it needs to replace a main water valve and renovating 2 bathrooms connected to classrooms. The center says the classrooms are a source of income. They're already seeking a Ford Family Foundation grant to bring the classrooms up to date for presentations, including painting and adding furniture. The funding was talked about during a study session where no votes or authorization takes place.
The end of the day, it is about the health and safety of those who serve our community and who keep our infrastructure in good repair so that our residents can use it safely. And it is for that reason I'm supporting this motion.
The Ashland City Council approved a second reading of a motion to amend their unnecessary noise ordinance, meaning next summer you may hear construction or yard work getting done earlier in the morning. The ordinance was passed to keep workers safe from high temperatures during summer months. It It will allow work to start as early as 5 o'clock in the morning, something that they say, while inconvenient, is necessary in today's climate.
For me, this comes down to the health and safety of those working in service to our city. I feel that it is incumbent upon us to provide a workplace that is supportive of them, especially in light of the extreme heat events that we have been experiencing progressively over the last series of years.
The ordinance change is to combat high heat for workers, meaning from June to September is when the work could start earlier. Ashland Mayor Tanya Graham said with the ordinance passing, she believes an important step to follow next is create community awareness next spring so the community knows rules are being followed during summertime. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue rescued a lost hiker from Mount McLaughlin just last night. The hiker had lost the trail after reaching the top of the mountain and texted his girlfriend for help, who was able to contact emergency services. The hiker was located around 9 p.m. and returned to his vehicle after midnight. Jackson County Search and Rescue reminds hikers to be familiar with routes, have plenty of water, and never hike alone. And Medford police partnered with JCPenney and Dick's Sporting Goods for a targeted retail theft enforcement operation. During the operation, 4 individuals were arrested and over $1,400 in stolen property was recovered. Police say they're teaming up with local retailers to proactively fight theft and ensure a safer shopping environment. And on a traffic alert, Table Rock Road is undergoing night paving starting now. Between Vilas Road and Tuville Park near the Rogue River, contractors are installing a large water line. The paving will take place between 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. through Tuesday evening. Drivers are advised to find a different route during those hours. And starting tomorrow, your garbage collection day may be changing. Rogue Disposal and Recycling is making changes to its collection routes, and it goes into effect tomorrow. Customers should have received a letter in the mail stating their new collection day. The company says not all customers are changing collection days, but the majority will. And looking ahead to next week, the Talent Harvest Festival is just 1 week away. Participants can choose between a 5K and a 10K. The 5K offers a scenic out and back route, while the 10K challenges runners with hills and stunning views, escorted by talent police officers at the start. Registration fees are $15 for SOR members and $20 for non-members. For the 5K with the 10K at $20 and $25 respectively. Youth under 18 run free. Early registration ends Friday, October 4th with packet pickup on the race day from 7 to 7:50 a.m. First place finishers in the 10K will receive $100 cash prize, and the first 200 finishers will get a cool towel. NewsWatch 12's Red Barrels are out for our 34th annual Coats for Kids campaign. Since 1990, NewsWatch 12's Coats for Kids campaign has supplied warm winter coats to children needing them. Those coats come from your donations of new and gently used children's coats at one of our red donation barrels. You can find our donation barrel locations across Jackson, Josephine, and Klamath counties, listed online at kdrv.com. Your donations that have provided 150,000 coats since 1990 to children in Southern Oregon. And we want to thank you for making this campaign so successful over the past 30+ years. We've been running it. We couldn't do any of this without the help from our partners and the gracious donations that you provide. For more details, you can head to our website, kdrv.com.